Hello, thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard, in a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer recently acquired this electric bike and after a few rides wanted to share some initial impressions. They're pleased with the bike's power and speed, especially when using the higher motor assist levels. However, they find the motor control somewhat lacking. The power levels seem to dictate the top speed rather than offering nuanced speed control. This makes navigating city traffic a bit tricky, as slowing down for turns often requires braking, which cuts the motor, or switching to a lower power level, which isn't ideal. The throttle's abrupt engagement, especially when combined with pedaling after braking, can feel a little unsafe when cornering. A significant issue our reviewer encountered was the width of the frame's folding hinge. Initially, they kept hitting their knees against it while pedaling, which was painful. They've temporarily resolved this with padding and plan to find a more permanent solution. While the foldability is essential for their needs, they acknowledge that the hinge's position is a trade-off. The reviewer also mentions some desired features that are missing, such as integral wheel locks and a key-operated on-off switch. They plan to add disc brake locks and potentially rig a power-disabling mechanism as a security measure. While the bike is heavy and unwieldy when folded, making it difficult to carry or navigate stairs, they appreciate the protective bracket for the sprocket. Assembly was straightforward, although the headlight installation was a bit fiddly. The stock lights are deemed adequate, though the reviewer might add more. A minor adjustment to the rack's mounting tabs was needed for proper alignment. Despite these minor issues, the reviewer is generally very happy with the bike, particularly the comfortable seat and powerful brakes. They intend to add panniers for errands and have already ordered tire liners for added puncture protection. The suspension and large tires provide a comfortable ride, making it well suited for urban environments. In conclusion, it is considered a great bike for the price, with solid workmanship, but keep an eye on the loudness of the horn.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer wanted to really put this electric bike through its paces before offering an opinion. After several months in their friend group collectively owning 7 of these, and having personally logged over 700 miles across various terrains, our reviewer feels qualified to share some thoughts. Their group of riders ranges in age, size, and athletic ability, so the review aims to be inclusive of different perspectives. One of the biggest pros is the impressive battery life. While range depends on factors like terrain, power assist level, gear shifting, bike maintenance, and rider weight, they've consistently achieved long distances. A typical ride is around 30 miles, but they've tackled rides up to 70 miles using the lowest power assist setting and still had battery to spare. This client stresses not to expect to hit top speeds for the maximum range, though. Off-road, this bike is a beast. It handles rough terrain and steep hills with ease, maintaining a safe speed even on challenging paths. The main consideration is the bike's weight and slightly top-heavy design, which can take some getting used to, especially for smaller riders. On roads, performance is excellent. The bike can easily reach high speeds, and even at lower power assist levels, maintains a good pace. The reviewer was also impressed with the quality and value, noting that assembly is relatively quick and straightforward, although the instructions could be better. They recommend tightening all bolts thoroughly, as some minor noises they experienced were traced to loose components. Customer service was also responsive and helpful when they encountered a minor issue. The bike's size and features are noteworthy. It's a substantial bike, but still manageable even for smaller riders on smoother surfaces. The twist throttle is a great addition. The headlight is bright enough for nighttime riding, and the horn is surprisingly loud. While the seat is decent, the reviewer recommends upgrading the PETA.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer had a really rough experience with this electric bike, to say the least. Initially, upon assembly, which wasn't too difficult given our reviewer's experience with similar products, the bike simply wouldn't power on. The control panel was dead on arrival, leading to immediate frustration and a plea for replacement from the manufacturer. Unfortunately, things only deteriorated from there. Our reviewer reports a complete lack of helpful support despite numerous attempts to contact them. The bike experienced 2 flat tires, one in the front and one in the rear, shortly after purchase. While customer service initially suggested a minor cost for replacement, the actual expenses ballooned to well over $100 per tire, including labor. To add insult to injury, the motor has now developed a fault, possibly due to improper installation at the repair shop. Although the manufacturer offered a replacement motor, this client is beyond frustrated and is now pursuing a full return. However, they are encountering significant delays in getting a resolution and unfortunately discarded the original packaging, making the return process even more complicated. Overall, this client expresses deep regret over the purchase and feels that their hard-earned money was wasted on a subpar product and unhelpful customer service.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.